Hi, we're Sarah and Ryan, and we're busy getting ready for the build of our cabin.
We are just trying to take every precaution before that big concrete truck comes up.
Prepping our land for the build is more work than we thought, and sometimes frustrations run high.
We have kind of been playing a waiting game with them this whole time.
Thankfully, we have some helpers this time around.
And I did what I'm good at, reading the instructions.
And we've been struggling to keep the yurt warm.
Oh man, wow.
Yeah.
Stick around to the end and you'll get a first glimpse of what our cabin will look like. Be sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already so you don't miss a moment of the adventure.
We are headed into a town close to us and we're gonna pick up 3/4 minus. I know we've been talking a lot about road maintenance, but the guy who brought our forms for our concrete foundation was not a great driver of a huge truck, and he almost went off our road. He went off of the road we created and sunk into our ground and almost got stuck. So we are just trying to take every precaution before that big concrete truck comes up. So we just have a few soft spots on our main road into our property that are making us a little bit nervous about a giant truck. So we're gonna get 1 yard of 3/4 minus, and then we just have a few other things we just need to get. Lily, what's Dad doing? Where all is he going? What's he doing, Lily? All right, we've gotten our propane, we got our pellets, and we got a lot of stuff we needed at the tractor supply store, and now we're getting air for some of our tires because it says our air pressure is low. So before we load it up the truck with tons of gravel, we need to do that. And then we're finally off to get 3/4 minus, and there's a coffee place near the gravel place, so I see some coffees in our future too. We're done getting our air into the tires. They were all really low, so we had to go through like the 2 rounds of the quarters, and now we're off to get our gravel, which is the last stop, right?
Right.
I feel like we're making pretty good time. It's 10:30. We're trying to get home by basically like lunchtime so we can have lunch and then just work all afternoon.
Howdy.
Hi, how can I help you?
Yeah, I wanted to get a yard of 3/4 minus.
3/4 minus?
Yeah.
Alrighty. There you go. Alrighty.
Just got done getting the 3/4 minus loaded up, and Sarah is getting us and the kids a little coffee treat from the coffee shop behind us. And as soon as she gets over here, we'll load up and head home and start spreading some gravel.
Purdy. Did you get a shot of the 3/4 minus going in? Beautiful. All right, we're home. I'm not gonna lie, I got my panties in a little bit of a bunch when we got home. Had a little mom fit. Like, oh, the trailer is not clean and this is, everything's bananas. But I think I've got myself all straightened out now. So we are gonna start the fire to try to get rid of this burn pile that we have. Ooh, they've already got it going actually. And we got a little electric leaf blower so we can kind of blow on it and keep it going. And we've got a huge amount of 3/4 minus for me and Ryan to get through. I ate, so that will help my attitude for sure. And I found our Bluetooth speaker, and I'm gonna get it on a charger so we have some music while we work today, and we can have some fun doing all this kind of crappy work. And it's a beautiful day, so we couldn't ask for any better day to be outside working in nature. Okay, so you guys got a fire blazing already?
I made the fire, and now I'm shy so bad. We both did what we were good at. He did the manly parts of putting everything together, and I did what I'm good at, reading the instructions. Want me to get rid of some of these leaves?
Okay, so Sarah is down with the kids down the road. They're working on doing the road maintenance and laying down that 3/4 minus. I got a nice fire going to burn the slash that we have. We picked up this blower at the hardware store, and it's helping getting this slash pile going quite a bit better. So I'll give you a little example.
All right, we finished up what we're gonna do on our road. We do have a spot where the guy drove onto our property, like drove off the road on our land and put some divots in the ground. We were gonna try to fill those up with rock and then cover them with the 3/4 minus that we have left. But for now, we're just making sure the fire is at a level that we like it at, and that isn't super smoky because it's so wet. It's just smoking like crazy. So we've Ryan just pushed away part of the pile, so that part will just stop lighting and we'll just have a little fire to chill out by for the afternoon. We have been having issues with Manuel. He is not producing a lot of heat. And we know we're in a tent and, you know, there's only so much you can do to heat a yurt. But how much is he supposed to heat?
Like a 2,500 square foot house?
Yeah, so like a 2,500 square foot house is what he's actually made for. And I would think that would be putting in some substantial difference in the temperature, and it's just not doing that. We did movie night in the yurt last night, and it started out at 40 degrees in here, and it went up to like 47 by the end. So the kids have been sleeping in the trailer the last 2 nights. So Ryan did some research on cleaning Manuel, and it turns out there's maintenance we didn't know about. So we are getting that done today. Ryan is behind me doing all that. One cool thing is we get to get all the ash from him, and that can go into one of our buckets that's in our composting toilet. So more compostable material. That's not a word. Composting material. But we're gonna kind of take them all apart, clean them out best we can, and then light them up. And then hopefully we can do some editing in here today and have a little bit more space to spread out. All right, so we've taken out the little part that holds the pellets already and emptied that, and then cleaned up the little tray all around.
We're just gonna take this front part off and we're gonna clean the heat exchanger tubes. We got, depending on how bad they are, then we have our butane torch and some wire brushes, so we'll use those to get those cleaned up, get all the ash out of there, and then apparently there's an exhaust tubes behind the heat exchanger tubes that we'll want to clean with like a wire coat hanger.
Oh man, wow.
Yeah.
So you may be asking, why is your pellet stove so dirty? Like, didn't you guys just get it? But if you remember, we got this secondhand. Ryan and I really like to buy things secondhand. We feel like there is enough waste already in the planet, and if we can reuse it, awesome. So we got this one from somebody that lives locally close to us in our hometown. And is it from like the 90s or early 2000s?
90s.
90s. So it's an older pellet stove, which we knew, but we were like, we're
But
putting it in our yurt.
It's still super energy efficient.
Super energy efficient. And I'm telling you this because we don't know when the last time this has been cleaned. So we should have done some research, obviously. Did you ever have a pellet stove growing up, Ryan?
No.
I didn't even have a wood stove, okay? That was like way foreign to me. People that had wood stoves, it blew my mind. And they were people, and they had a chimney going out of their house. It wasn't like a freestanding thing like this. Anyway, we don't know anything about this. We're learning as we go. So cleaning this, and then we learn if we can do the regular maintenance and keep it going. And that's one extra thing we didn't have to buy that's brand new and taking up more space in the earth. There you go. That's my PSA for the day, or thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Hands over. My hand almost looks worse than yours, but I think. All right, we have Manuel all cleaned up. We both got super dirty. I have like ash on my face, so it's a good thing we opted for showers after this morning. So Ryan's gonna fire them up, and then we'll have the test if it's heating up more efficiently and working more efficiently. And now that we know about this, it'll be something we can maintain a lot more easily and just have in our routine. Ooh, you can actually see his flame now.
I know.
Look at Manuel go.
Woo!
And that's it.
Lower turn
Look out.
on.
I just had to report. We got all showered off and we came back into the yurt, and the yurt is like 63 degrees. Feels amazing. So we set up, moved the table over right in front of the pellet stove, and we're gonna do our editing here. And I'm just really excited that it actually worked. It's amazing. We were really hoping that we were gonna be saying, oh my gosh, the people are here doing our forms for our foundation and we're so pumped. And that's just not what's happening.
No, we got a call and an email from the foreman of the concrete crew, and one of their people called in sick, and we're kind of a small job. So we're on the schedule for tomorrow.
We have kind of been playing a waiting game with them this whole time. Like, we came up last Tuesday, it's already the following Monday. We thought we'd be a lot farther than we are now, but it's in the control of somebody else.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point.
And it kind of comes down to, we decided to go with a larger company for the foundation. They came in with the best bid, but we are kind of a small fry when it comes to their job. So, we're expendable. They can kind of push us around where they want us. And if we would have went with a smaller company, we probably would have got a little bit better, I guess, service or attention. This is what we get we get to save a couple $1,000s, but we end up having to be a little bit more flexible with our time.
That's where we are right now in the project. It's not where we want to be, but we've gotten a lot done while we've been up here. We'll just keep on trucking along, and hopefully tomorrow,
Cross our fingers.
you'll be watching the forms go up and they'll all start happening. All right.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Marley,
So fast.
run so fast, Marley. Go, 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 go. You're so fast, I couldn't even keep you in the camera.
She's like, don't point that thing at me.
She's like, all right, are we gonna go in the yurt? Do you want to go in the yurt? She's like, I love the yurt. It's my total favorite thing. All right, you can see the forms behind us, I think.
What could I say, what could I say, what could I say to convince you? What could I say, what could I say, what could I say to convince you? You're the closest to perfect that I've ever seen. What could I say, what could I say, what could I say to convince you? Did I get so lucky? I'll never know. But I know what I got, and I won't let go. Every chance I get, gonna let you know that. I know I'm the lucky one. Lucky your heart's mine to hold.
There they are. We have forms up. We're hopeful that we were going to be able to get an inspection yesterday. After calling the county, they informed me that their online section doesn't play nicely with the actual inspectors, so we didn't actually have an inspection scheduled. And the actual inspection is about 2 weeks out.
The people doing the foundation asked us not to film their processes as they were happening.
And their crew, so
we didn't do that.
You can see the forms behind us, but that's pretty much all the action and B-roll that you're gonna get.
And it was pouring yesterday when these guys were out here working, so we haven't even really checked all this out. Like, we're just
No.
kind of coming out and looking at all of it for the first time.
We opted to go with an extra foot. Initially, we were doing a 2 foot. There's gonna be projects that I'm gonna need to go into the crawl space for, and having only a 2 foot crawl space, it made it really, really difficult. It's a big expense for us right now, but for some place that we're planning on living for the next 20, 30 years, I'm gonna appreciate that extra foot.
And we kind of built our last house. We were a big part of the process.
Yeah.
Like, a crew did it, not us at all. But we learned from that it's a lot smarter to do things when you're thinking about them then. And we did
Yeah.
not with that house. And there
Yeah.
are just a few things that have always bothered us.
Yep.
So now with this one, we're trying to be like, okay, if there's something and it takes a little extra money now, let's figure
Let's do
out
it.
how to get that extra money and do it.
Yep.
If you liked this episode and you're enjoying watching this journey, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It's the best way to support us. And drop a like and drop a comment. We love comments from you guys. So
If you had something on your house that you wish you would have done that you found out later, drop it in the comments, because maybe we can still learn from your mistakes and we can
Yeah.
incorporate it into our house. So that would be
Yes.
great to hear from you if you can help us out with anything we should think about. And otherwise, we'll see you next time.
all right, bye.